Ready? Okay. Once again, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this press conference. I've already given you a brief introduction, but let me do that again for the audience worldwide. Marwa ji, Sandeep Marwa doesn't require any introduction. He is a recipient of 1100 awards, he is in the Guinness Book of World Records in many of these. So I told him recently that he's better than all film stars of Bollywood because none of them must have received the number of awards that he did. And then that is we give a clap for that. Now, Zena Chung, of course, who is the princess here of the evening. She's from Korea, and she is has a great promoter of India Korea business and cultural relations. She's also connected with the. She's been a foreign ministry official. She's worked with Ban Ki-moon, the former UN Secretary General, and she's got this proposal where she'll tell you more about what she's trying to do because of the princess who traveled from India to Korea, good old days, 1,000 years ago plus. And myself, I am Dr. G.V. Rao. I'm a senior advocate of the Supreme Court. I'm also vice president of the Indian Society of International Law. I specialize in the areas of international law, and I've worked in about 25, 30 jurisdictions, clients worldwide. Uh, Naresh Bahadur Singh Ji, Brigadier, he is from the clan of the princess who traveled from India to Korea. He'll tell you a lots more. You'll be very happy to hear all what he has said. And he's a war veteran. His father was in the army. His father's name is in the war memorial, which was newly built. And we'll, to talk more about that. So we start the evening proceedings. But some of you who have seen this clip, we just want to rerun it. It's about 5 minutes actually, so that we can look at Korea-Indian cultural business relations. Then there will be a small film, that documentary which she has made about the princess and the shrines and the memorials. After that, and then we'll start our discussion. Right? Thank you. So, would you like to just run this once again formally for the entire audience, and then after that will come her documentary, which you have got. Okay? Thank you.
में तेरी छाँव मिले छू जाए मुझे सुलझाए मुझे बरखा की ये बूंदे क्यों महकाए मुझे ले जाए मुझे कोई उड़ता कोई गिरता है आसमान में तेरे, कोई खिलता कोई छुप जाता बागबान में तेरे, कोई ढूंढे सुकून को तेरा चल के तेरे और समझे जिंदगानी खड़ा कोई आईने में तेरे, गिर गिर के कोई उड़ता है आसमान में तेरे, छुप छुप के है खिल जाता बागबान में तेरे, कोई ढूंढे सुकून को तेरा चल के तेरे और समझे जिंदगानी खड़ा कोई आईने में तेरे।
Yeah, now the documentary which Zena Chung has actually produced, I believe it was shown on Rajya Sabha TV, and sponsored or by it. So therefore, now we'll see that the next. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. That's the film Zena produced, the documentary. So you've got an idea of the historical. Now I'll invite Zena Chung to take the floor immediately and address us what's her future plan and all what she wants to say. You can.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, it's on. So you can pull it closer.
Okay.
Speak right into the mic.
First
Like
of all, my name is Jena Zhang. I am the director of Global Diplomats Forum, and also I call it KIBCF, Korea India Business and Culture Forum. I thank you very much for all the renowned journalists here tonight, and also Foreign Correspondents Club of Asia Delhi for letting me have a press release on my proposed construction of a Lord Ram temple in South Korea. It is very meaningful for me to have a press release, especially tonight, April 18th in 2003, especially this year, because this year is Korea-India 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations, and also when India holds the presidency of G20 summit. And it is no myth, but a reality among two clans in South Korea, as true as the existence of Lord Ram in India, where a 16-year-old princess of Ayodhya, Shuri Ratna, accompanied by her brother, had sailed off for and landed on the shore of the kingdom of Gaya in 48 AD to marry its king, Kim Suro, the founder of Karak clan. The princess named Suri Ratna, the princess of Ayodhya in India, and Queen Her Hang Ok in Korea had sailed from India after she had a dream that Korean king Kim Suro awaited her arrival at Kimhae City. They were married on July 17, 48 AD. Then the queen died on March 1st on 189 AD, while the king Kim Suro lived until March 23rd, 199 AD. So, do you know how many Indians live in South Korea? Can you guess how many Indians live in South Korea?
how many?
When the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, the Prime Minister from 2004 to 2014, visited South Korea in 2012 to attend the summit. His wife, Gusharan Kaur, had asked one of the delegates how many Indians live in Korea. One of the Indian delegates had said about 7 to 8,000. But the Korean president, Lee Myung-bak, his wife, the first lady, Yoon Kim, had corrected him by saying that he was misinformed and the number was 50 lakh because she herself could trace her ancestry back to India. The president's wife, referring to Koreans who trace their roots to Ayodhya, including her. South Korea has 50 lakh people out of its over 50 million people who traced their ancestry track to King Gimsuro and the Princess of Ayodhya, Queen Her. Princess Suri Ratanya is based to have traveled for 3 months by sea, following the divine signal to marry Korean King Gimsuro in 48 AD, who founded the Kara Kingdom in 42 AD. Its capital of Kimhae City marked the start of the Kara clan. The Kinmen city is located very southern east part of South Korea, close to the Busan city. Therefore, many Indians belong to the clan of the Princess of Ayodhya, Queen Her. So many Indians also come to Kinmen city to pay their homage to both the king and the queen. The most common Korean last name in Korea is Kim, along with the Her. The couple had apparently 10 sons and 2 daughters from their marriage, of who 2 sons took their mother's name, Her, as their surname, while others adopted the father's name, Kim, and are today the prominent class of clans in South Korea. Thus, marriage between these 2 clans are forbidden. So, one of the main reasons I asked the Korean government and also Indian government to construct Lord Ram Temple in South Korea is that during my trip and visiting the Shri Ram Temple in Ayodhya, I found out that Lord Ram is highly well respected by many Indians here. Unfortunately, Lord Ram is not known to Koreans. Koreans barely know about Lord Ram. And according to my research, I found out that even the Princess of Ayodhya is a relative of the Lord Ram clan of Lord Ram. So I wanted to have the Lord Ram temple constructed in South Korea by showing that South Korea and India, not only historically we have a strong ties, and also we are like a brothers nation. And also by talking with several Indian people, I realized that the Princess of Ayodhya, Suri Ratna, is not much known here in India, even though the Princess of Ayodhya, Queen Her, is very known to Koreans. Almost all Koreans know about this Princess of Ayodhya, who's married to Korean King Kim Suro. We call Queen Her. So I believe that in Korea we have this tomb shrine of the King Kim Suro and the Queen Her, but I believe that it would be good to have the Lord Ram temple constructed. So in the memory of the Princess of Ayodhya, her own family from India. So having the Lord Ram temple constructed in Korea, it will promote more and more exchanges between Korea and India, especially this year, 2023, is a very monument for Korea-India 50th diplomatic relations. So I already wrote a letter to the President of South Korea and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and also the city mayor of Gimhae. And I already wrote an official letter to the UP Chief Minister, since Ayodhya is located in Uttar Pradesh. So the conversation is going very well, and that's how it started. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Zena. Thank you. Also, as you know, that there was there's a sister city agreement between Ayodhya and the Gimhae, which has been signed, and the Prime Minister, the park was renovated in Ayodhya by the Honorable Prime Minister, inaugurated it. It was renovated in 2018. and the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh and the Prime Minister inaugurated the renovated and enlarged park in Ayodhya. So now, since the proposals have gone forward, they will be pursued by her. Before I ask Sandeep Marwa to do some honors, I would like to introduce and ask Brigadier Naresh Bahadur Singh, who belongs to the clan of the Princess Surya Ratna, who traveled to Korea. So here, over to Brigadier Naresh Bahadur.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not a descendant of this family, Princess of Ayodhya, as we've been calling. My mother was from that clan. And when I told her this story, she wouldn't believe it. But when she believed, she took a oath from me to visit this place. And I was the director, Indian Olympic Association then. We were having Asian Games in Busan. That place was not very far away from there. And the mayor of the Games village happened to be a Kim. So when I went and requested him, I said, I would like to go and visit Kim Hae. He said, for what? I said, my mother was from the clan of the princess. So he said, is it so? Then when do you want to go? I said, the next day. He said, okay, you take my limousine, you take my security, you take an interpreter, a girl called Surya. She had just returned after studying Hindi in Delhi University. And one or two other members of staff. I was taken aback. Next day we drove to Kim Hae, where the head priest gave us robes to wear and trained us how to pray there. We were three of us, a lady from Bamarlori who used to do the ticketing of athletes. As you finished your game, you were given a ticket and you came back. So they were free. They said, can we also come with you? I said, yes. And this lady was dressed like our girls wear ghagra choli. So I said, this is an Indian dress. He said, I don't know, but there is a coincidence, it appears. Anyway, we first went to the king's pagoda. And I personally was requested to pay my respects to the king. I went there, I prayed before him, and then we are allowed to do a circle of the tomb, as they called it. It was a big mound of earth, green grass grew on it, and we went around it and came out. The head priest accompanied me, and he told me, he said, no, you will not go in your car, you will go in my car. And I was amazed. On the seat on the right side, there was a carpet underneath. But he sat without any footrest as such. And we drove nearly a kilometer or two to the princess's pagoda. And there they were a little more particular. They said, now you go in alone and pay your homage to the princess. I did so. And I don't know, but somehow all three of us, when we were going around it, behind this pagoda, we just stopped and we said, "Why have we stopped?" They said, that lady with us said, "Somebody wants to talk to us." So I said, "No, who will talk to us?" She said, "I don't know, but I get a feeling like this." Anyway, we came back, we went into this head priest's chamber. There he gave a speech and presented us with a book. The contents of that book are in this article of mine. The dates, they had dates of marriage of the princess and the king. 17 July 48 AD. In fact, when I went to the mayor of the village, he said, "You have thought of visiting your princess after 2000 years?" I said, "No, sir. I have come, and when I came to know, I want to visit. I am desperate." And he did so. He appreciated it. When we came back, we were given. You'll be surprised. Every year, people come to Ayodhya for ancestor worship from Korea. And eminent personalities lead this group. They invited me, I went there with them. And on the bank of Sarju, there is a 500 square meter plot where they say their prayers. They come in the same robes that they gave us to wear. And they bring a kind of party to sing. And there is a soprano who sings, well, in Korean language, but we were impressed with this. You can imagine how much affection they have for it, because in one of the taxis that I took, the driver was a Kim. So I just asked him, "What's your name?" He said, "Kim." The princess had 12 sons, 2 of whom took the surname of the princess. And her Korean name was just a minute. Hyo Hwang Ok, meaning yellow jade. And the sons children took the name, or sons, 10 children took the name of the father, that is Kim. So all Kims in Korea are the descendants of this couple. And this driver told me, when I told him that I am from the family of the princess, he stopped and he said, "I'll take you to my children. They want to see you." So that was the kind of feeling they had for us. I say that I have had a wonderful feeling about this, the princess, and I've been talking about it to people, and I am conveying it to you as well. Thank you very much.
Now, I'd request Dr. Sandeep Marwa to say a few words. He's been a great support for all good causes of media, all good causes of friendship, international relations and friendships. And he hosts at least, I think, maybe film festivals of 50 to 100 countries, whatever. He'll tell you more about all the good work he's been doing. And he's going to be participating and supporting the Global Diplomats Forum in this project of having a temple being constructed of Ram in Lord Ram in Korea. So over to Dr. Sandeep Marwal.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jivira. Thank you, Zena. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sandeep Marwa, President of International Chamber of Media and Entertainment Industry. This is a one chamber dedicated for the promotion of art and culture, media and entertainment, probably the only chamber of this kind. Was created 8 years back. There is another organization which is called Indo-Korea Film and Culture Forum. I'm chair for that forum also. My relation with Korea, it goes back almost 15 years when I was representing India in Seoul in Korea, South Korea, in a peace conference. And that was a wonderful opportunity to see this beautiful country and meet some wonderful people from South Korea. We've been promoting our relation with large number of countries because that's the purpose of the chamber. Korea, we have a special relation. Yes, it all started with this. I'm representing two very important organizations of Korea in India. One is called International Youth Fellowship, which has got almost 60 offices all over the world. So I'm an international advisor to this organization. The other one is Universal Peace Federation, which is also a very important organization, and they have almost 90 offices all over the world. So I'm a ambassador to that organization, and I'm already been honored as a peace ambassador by this beautiful organization. Now, the job of the chamber is to take care of people coming from all over the world and give them a platform to speak about their heart, speak about their mind. Same with the South Korea. So we've been providing a platform to people who's been coming to India through workshops, seminars, symposium, interaction programs, symposium, film festivals, talks, whatever is possible in a given period of time and resources. And the large number of people from Korea, they've been coming to us, and we are providing them wonderful opportunity to share their thinking process with the students and definitely with the members of the chamber. I'm very happy. Let me take this wonderful opportunity to extend my heartiest thanks to Zena Chung for inviting me here on this beautiful platform, and especially to this conference. My relation with Zena started 2 years back when she was the nominee for a very important award which has been constituted by the chamber, which is called Dr. Sarojini Naidu International Award for Working Women. And 2 years back, she was a nominee and then the awardee. And that's how I came to know her. And when I read about her, I found that she's very well known to the people of South Korea. She has a wonderful circle where large number of Indians and Koreans who love India. So I got into this circle where Koreans loving India. And that was a wonderful experience for me too. Luckily, I've already been to Korea 2 times, one time in Seoul, one time in Busan. And both the times I was treated almost like a minister. And that's a wonderful experience which I have brought back to India. So all these have gathered together, and we are trying to build up a best of the relation possible now with South Korea. This time, only 10 days back, we had a festival of films from South Korea. A large number of Koreans were there, and especially 2 film directors who flew down all the way from Seoul to attend this festival, and they added a lot to the festival. And this was a time when Zena also took the opportunity, and she joined us during this festival, which was for 2 days, 3 films which were shown, and it was very well received by the film, television, and media fraternity. So this is how I am connected. My total job is to promote art and culture. That's my forte, that's my business, that's my specialization. I'm connected to large number of countries. I'm happy that I've been able to bring in more than 3 million people to Noida Film City from 156 countries of the world under film and culture tourism. We've been able to create a wonderful record as far as film and television training is concerned, and we have been we have churned out around 20,000 media professionals hailing from all the states and union territories of India and almost 145 countries of the world. So I believe in developing and promoting relation with the foreign nations. These are film tourism, education is this is a one side. The other side is promoting art and culture. So when I came to know about this project, I say I'm very happy because anything and everything is actually connected to art and culture, especially culture this time, and anything which is going to come up in Korea like this, it is going to have our culture center. And idea is that Indian culture must be shown to the Koreans, and that responsibility probably I would love to take. That whether it is films, television, media, it's a dance or a music or a paintings or sculptures, anything and everything to do with the art and culture, performing arts or visual arts or whatever you can keep in your mind. And I think very comfortably, wholeheartedly, I can take care of that because I'm in creative arts for almost now 44 years. So I think that's enough for the day, I think. And once again, I extend my heartiest thanks to Zena Chung and Dr. G.V. Rao, and now, of course, Brigadier Naresh for making me part of this beautiful team. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sandeep ji. Indian temples are there in Cambodia, Indonesia, Vietnam, and other places as well. But this will be probably the first modern temple that is being built, just like it's being done in UAE. I want to end this event by another pleasant thing. We have a small ceremony here, and this is the second time Mr. Sandeep Barwa will do the honors of giving Zena another award, which actually was given by Dr. Babu from the Indian Solidarity Council, and it is given to her a few days back, but finally he had to bring it. Please come on the stage. The award is called Miss Peace Ambassador Global. Miss Peace Ambassador Global, which Dr. Babu, please come up, Dr. Babu. Please help us in giving that award. Come please here. Yeah, come this way. आप इधर आइए थोड़ा सा. हाँ, ऐसे. आप दीजिए. Yes. Oh, be careful. Be careful. All right, we also. Please come. And then the gold medal. So, gold medal. The gold medal also. We'll all help him put the gold medal. Congratulations. Yeah. Miss Peace Ambassador Global. And the gold medal, of course, there you are. Oh, please. Help me, Dr. Madhav. Yes. And hold the, Abhiti, hold that award for, yes, thank you. Dr. Babu, please come. Yeah. Thank you. Congratulations, Zena. Please join us for a cup of tea, which is outside. Oh, yes. Sorry. Please feel free to ask questions. I'm so sorry. That's a part of the thing which sort of escaped my mind. Yeah.
The clan is Khadk clan. Like your mother's clan.
Kushwaha.
No, Kushwaha. Kushwaha
Kharak
was
is the Korean.
Kushwaha is the clan of the queen. Now, where are the Kushwahas in India?
Kachwal are in Rajasthan, in UP. They have 24 sub branches, like Chauhans. So they are a prominent branch of Rajputs in India.
Rajputs. And the king of Ayodhya, Raja Man Singh, he was not from the same clan?
He was the last one.
Last one from the same
because
clan.
In mutiny
Uh-huh.
in 1857,
Yeah.
I think he was betrayed and he was in Varanasi
He was hanged by the
in
British.
hiding,
Uh-huh.
where they captured him and brought him, and of course they hanged him. I think.
Nobody has traced his DNA or something, and we don't know his ancestors. Nobody has traced all those.
I myself have come across in one of these books on Indian mutiny, 1857, and there is a photograph of his. He's tied up arms and legs and sitting. So that's how I felt that perhaps they have accused him of having led the Indian sepoy mutiny in this part of the.
Yeah, but we haven't done any DNA test.
He had really not done. In fact, in that book, somewhere it is written that he told them he knew nothing about soldiering or fighting, and therefore he could not contribute anything to them. But they still felt that there should be a leader of this stature for them.
My last question is again to Zena. Is there in North Korea also we have Indians? In North Korea also.
Before North Korea, Korea was divided into North and South Korea.
Yeah.
Definitely, the Koreans in North Korea, they are the clans of this Korean King Kim Suro and the Princess of Ayodhya, Queen Her, because this story went up 2,000 years ago. So
there
even
are
it says the North Korean, the previous,
that means
the-
Indians are in North Korea also.
they are part of this
of the-
clan of the king Kim Suro and the Queen Her, the Princess of Ayodhya. Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Zainab. Now, one thing which I wanted to know about the proposed construction of the Lord Ram Temple. Has the Korean government? Have you already approached the Korean government to do with this, and what has been the reaction? And also from the Indian side, whom have you approached, or are you yet to do it?
The current Korean president is his name is Seoknyeol Yoon. I got to know him before he was even elected to become a Korean president, because I also work closely with Jim Rogers. Jim Rogers is apparently known as the third most successful investor in the world after Warren Buffett and George Soros and Jim Rogers. So I arranged Jim Rogers to have a press release with the Korean president candidate, Mr. Yoon, to come to have the we now call it People Power Party, PPP party, and had a press release. So to have for me to have arranged this press release with the Jim Rogers and the Korean president candidate back then, I had to do a lot of communication with the Korean member of parliament, whose name is Park Jin, who is now Korean Minister of Foreign Affairs. So since and also some of good friends of mine work as a special advisory board for the Korean president. So since I have a very close contact with the current president and Minister of Foreign Affairs, I get a lot of support. And so I already sent an official letter to the Korean government, and I already sent the official letter to the UP Chief Minister, Yogiji. Regarding the UP Chief Minister, I was invited for the Madhya Pradesh Global Investors Summit and also UP Global Investors Summit. When I came to the UP Global Investors Summit, I was introduced to the Yogiji's chief primary secretary. So it was easy for me to deliver the special official letter to the UP chief minister. And also myself, I was very lucky to have a chance to meet your Honorable Narendra Modi ji in 2019 when your Modi ji came to Korea for Seoul Peace Prize Award. So I was in the for Seoul Peace Prize Award ceremony with the Korean Seoul Peace Prize ceremony, and also your Modi ji giving Mahatma Gandhi statue to Yonsei University. I was in that function as well. So since I'm working closely both the Korean government and Indian government, I believe that the procedure of constructing Lord Ram Temple in Korea, it will be under fast development, good development, advancement, I believe.
So should we be, my last question, should we be then expecting this to be done possibly within the next, say, 1 year or so?
I believe so. Since this year, India take a huge initiative for G20 presidency, and also this year, 2023, the 50th anniversary of the diplomatic relations between Korea and India. Definitely, both the government wanna do something magnificent. So I believe, strongly believe that this will be done within a very fast time frame.
Thank you.
Finally, I would just like to introduce the person who made the film with from Rajya Sabha TV. Would you like to come and say a few quick words if you want to, or talk about your experience? You can speak from there, or you can come up, whatever.
Oh yeah, nothing special. It was part of my assignment, and actually I went to cover Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Korea, and accidentally I met Jenna on the stairs, and she helped me in some logistics. And I already made a documentary on Korea, but in a political way. But once I came to India, I was in touch with her, and whatever I saw in very short time, because when you are accompanying Prime Minister, you have very little time, 3 or 4 days. So when I came back, then I thought that India-Korea cultural ties are very important, and hardly we also didn't know that there are so deep ties and so ancient ties. So I requested Jenna to make some sort of help, some sort of sponsorship if she can manage, and really she managed the sponsorship. And we went with our team, and we went actually 6 documentaries in 10 days. When it was right since early morning at 5 a.m. We are not accustomed to get up so early in the morning, but 5 a.m. in the morning we used to get up.
After
Jenna used to, rush, and then up to 11, 12 in the night, we were working, shooting, taking bites. You might be seeing small things. It was raining sometimes also, but it was a really exciting thing, and I'm very happy that Jenna has managed so many people in India to really reinvent the ties, cultural ties with India, and she is working on Lord Ram Temple. Might be it can become a milestone between in the relationship between the two countries. Thank you, Jenna, and thank you, Mr. Rao, Mr. Wahar, and
Thank
Brigadier. I didn't know that you are related. Otherwise, I could have managed to take your
Even
bites
his,
in my documentary. But it was no journalist work is always to do something in a hurry. We don't have time. We have deadlines. So whatever we can
Yeah,
do, we did.
in future, you will have more opportunities now.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Akhilesh
you so
Suman.
much.
Thank you
so
for
much.
the everything. Thank you for the film,
Thank-
everything.
thanks.
Yeah.
I have a question, a very small question, that at what stage this whole proposed construction, you must have identified a site also, and how soon you want it, how soon do you think it will be completed?
I hope that the whole procedure can be done within 1 year, and the construction, I'm not a specialist for construction, so it depends on construct.
What is
Uh,
the stage?
but,
You
the
must have
whole-
identified a site, and what made you, you have given the reasons that what made you to think about constructing a Lord Ram temple. So, what is the stage of?
The site is at that same shrine area.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's in the nascent process where the letters have been written. As she's mentioned, she's close to the entire government establishment in Korea. So she's formally initiated the communications with both the Korean government as well as the Chief Minister's office in Uttar Pradesh. So it is in formulation, and it is most positively likely to be taken by both the governments, and it should happen. That's the idea.
So, what kind of support are you expecting from the Indian government or from the UP government or from your government in South Korea?
Well, I think the Indian government will give the blueprint plan of what the temple should look like, because at the end of the day, it's a Lord God temple. And the Korean government may give the land and financial support, and similar whatever else, is the same on the same proportions or anything, which both the governments decide. That's a matter of how it works. But usually I think it's about 50% support from them and 50%.
So, you think that within 1 year the construction
May
can
not
begin?
the construction, but it
God is just
May
so
begin.
kind.
Yeah.
So God is just so kind.
Can't say, but I
Yeah.
think it should take a year or two, I would say.
Year or two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. Yes, yes.
Are you inviting the
Formally.
Prime Minister of India?
Yeah, yes. I think
Plan.
it will be done by our current Prime Minister, who has also done the laying of the stone of the Ayodhya temple. So, since it's initiated during his term, and I'm sure they will take it positively, and I'm sure both the Chief Minister and Prime Minister, who have recently inaugurated the park in Ayodhya, may do that for the temple as well.
Yeah, this will be a great.
It's all
honor.
at a planning stage. Yeah, it's a kick. No, it's a kick start today from now, and therefore we'll take it forward. Yeah. It will. Yes. Informally the things are on track. That's that we would leave to the Indian government, because the Indian government would be more, they are familiar with what should be done. That is their, that. Yeah, if they decide that way, I don't think there should be a problem. If both the governments decide that way, it should be all right.
Kim Hae.
Yeah.
The land area.
You see, even whatever. I think that those minute details have not yet. Not as yet. You see, one is of course, the temple architecture, and I don't know whether the financial supervision, architecture, construction supervision,
The way
and
it's in Abu Dhabi
and
made Dubai.
depending upon the relations, what is the financial inputs that may be required. Yeah, so it depends. It's a nascent stage. Yeah. You see, please, this is not a government initiative. This is an initiative where we will get some support from them, and it will also be from the organizations which will come forward to construct the temple. That we have had some meetings. We can't disclose everything just now. No, I mean, it has to be finalized. We are talking to them. Yeah, we are talking to. You see, we have not. It is not signed up. Listen to me. It is not signed up as yet with anybody. So how do we disclose the thing? Whether X, Y, Z.
Yeah, na?
No. This is Global Diplomats Forum has initiated it. So the remaining organizations which we will tie up with are yet to be finalized.
Global diplomatic. क्या नाम है?
I'm a Global Diplomatic Forum. This is the organization which is initiated, of which Jana Singh is the director, and we are all part of the India team. And Sandeep ji is there. So we have kick-started it, made the announcements, and we are going forward with it. And once the signing up is there, we'll have another press conference to tell you who all are going to do what. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank
Best
you very
wishes.
much. Thank you.
Please join us for a cup of tea. Award, madam, के लिए. Yeah.